Was Dan mischievous as a kid? I guess is the question there.
Because we don't do kink shaming.
That's the first question. What's your kink?
Not answering that one, honestly.
Fair enough. People are just too well behaved on Warpcast.
Very nice. Very wholesome.
First question, then I will change my question.
Thank you. Zinger is the spiciest one of the group. I'll just put it that way.
What gives you the ick?
Apart from AI conversations in San Francisco.
If you come and you go to some of these, you'll know what I mean. Sometimes I meet people and I'm like, this person is like they're not being authentic. That to me is the ick.
Referring to the recent conversation on Warpcast about the tiers of the cities, what makes the city tier 1?
One of my friends made a statement that San Francisco is the best city in the world, but the worst run city in the world. I think it's the most beautiful city I've ever been to. Like, it's just absolutely gorgeous.
If you would take us out in San Francisco for drinks or spicy food, where would you take us?
Probably either Japantown or Chinatown. San Francisco has incredible Asian food, all very spicy.
If you were about to kick ass with events.xyz, what would be the soundtrack?
I knew you were going to ask me a music-related question, but I wasn't expecting that question. Probably some like EDM song, like Call On Me, just like on repeat for like 10 hours.
Well, what I think I kind of imagine Michael Jackson, Who's Bad? If events would fail, what would be the reason? It's
just like, will Farcaster succeed? Right now, it's very tied to Farcaster. I'm going to change that.
What's the cringiest or weirdest request you've gotten for a new event?
There really hasn't been. Like, the Farcaster community is pretty, like...
held back.
It's not exactly the weirdest, kinkiest community.
People are just too well behaved on Warpcast.
Yeah, everyone is very well behaved. It's like the SpongeBob and Patrick, they're in the, like, roller coaster cart, and it's like, you know, most roller coasters are like this, and it's like... they're like... oh, like, you're Matthew. Oh, you're Pauline. Oh, I already know you from online. How did you get onto Farcast?
Do you have, like, a really cool stories that you kind of like you remembered, or everyone is more or less?
Well, one of the early people was Dan's roommate in college, so that was kind of funny. I was like trying to get him to tell me about how Dan was as like a college kid. He didn't really say anything. I do kind of wonder what Dan was like as a college kid.
I'm returning the question to you. What about you as a kid?
Oh, I was very mischievous as a kid. Yeah, I was the...
The story is something that you did.
I would like hide in the cupboards and make my parents try to find me. Like, oh, he's missing. I think I taught my brother like swear words. Again, it's always like the SpongeBob roller coaster thing.
What would young Matthew think about the person you are today?
I think he'd say you're not making enough money. Like, not a billionaire yet. I think he would be proud. Like, I wasn't supposed to be an engineer, studying marketing, like just going along the path, and then just like just swerve the car, and now I'm here. So I think he'd be happy that I made the switch.
Composer action or embedded apps?
There's no difference between a composer action and a mini app or an embedded app. They're all just kind of apps.
What makes you cry?
Spicy foods. Yeah. It's like sometimes during a movie or during a song that's really good, I'll be like, have like a euphoric like feeling, and like it's almost like I could, but I don't, you know, I'm like...
Holding it back a little bit?
A little bit, probably, yeah.
What moved you the most?
Dead Poet Society.
What's your drink of choice?
I'll usually just get a gin and tonic. But my favorite drink, it's called a caipirinha, the Brazilian drink.
Who do you nominate to join us next?
I was gonna say, if you haven't had Brian or Zinger on, you should have them on. Zinger is the spiciest one of the group, I'll just put it that way.
Go and follow Los Fomos on YouTube and subscribe on Hypersub if you want to become a producer of Los Fomos FM.